this has given me a super good understanding
Awesome.
for someone with no bio background, me. And so I actually
Totally.
was also going to say, like, what should we cover in terms of onboarding interested developers?
Right. Okay. So, the Nextstrain is written. The client side is called Auspice, and the back end, the analytics are called Augur, and Augur is in Python and mostly, I believe, and then that kind of runs a model, writes it to S3, and then Auspice loads it up and and displays and renders and facilitates exploration in the browser. And so that's an advantage of this, is that we have all the data on the client. We're not making any subsequent calls to get more information to the server.
I see.
The technologies that it's built in, React kind of orchestrates everything. Things like this, having sidebar collapse or handling state between what's clicked and not. That's React and Redux, and then the tree is in D3 or just JavaScript, D3 JavaScript in general, and then the map is in Leaflet and Mapbox, and then with an overlay, and the overlay pane on Leaflet is in D3 as well, I believe. So it's a quick overview into the technologies underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a number of categories of kind of asks from the lab, and one of them is testing, and so there are issues on the Nextstrain on Auspice for end-to-end testing. That's things like accelerating, basically automating some of the in-browser testing. When you push a change, tweaking the dials and knobs and making sure that everything works as it should. They're having to do that kind of testing with a number of data sets every time they push to make sure that all the different functionality, like if you want to get some functionality like the clade graph, you have to use flu for that, and so et cetera. So things like switching data sets, end-to-end testing, like switch data sets, change the date range, change filters. That's all stuff that has to be built. And there's an ongoing thread on Puppeteer. So if you have testing expertise, that's one thing.